Hi, my name is Ben Honan. I'm the investment lead at EIT Climate-KIC, and here today to talk about the investment program that we run, which is called Investing for 1.5 Degrees. We chose that name because it's a little bit contentious. There's a few reports out there that 1.5 degrees isn't within our reach, which is, somehow true, but also a lot of those reports talk to the possibility of still achieving 1.5 if there is a rapid and significant decarbonisation, which Climate-KIC is working on. That's our mission, to support decarbonisation through systems innovation. The investment team includes 8 of us. We work very busily on a couple of major programs. So first of all, we invest our own capital through a simple agreement for future equity or safe note program that's connected to the accelerator. And we're quite proud actually to have now made 100 investments through the Climate Safe program. And we're getting some really interesting results. So far we've created 560 new green jobs and generated about 300 million euros of enterprise value. So the startups are picking up valuation and growing as quickly as you can. And we expect them to generate about 18 million tons of CO2 impact over the next 5 years, which is super cool. And as the investment team, we really look at how we can help more startups get onto market and grow quickly. And in particular, we think venture capital is a useful way for a lot of the great ideas and new business models to get out of the universities and onto the market. So in that regard, we've launched 2 venture capital funds, the 1.5 Seed Fund hosted by Almanac Ventures and the 1.5 Scale Fund hosted by Unaterra. And we're fundraising for those funds at the moment. And essentially the idea is to have a look at the climate safe portfolio, to the startups that are coming through our accelerator program, and to indeed all clean tech startups in Europe, and make some additional seed stage and growth stage investments into those startups to really help them get the growth capital that they need to develop their technology, find their first pilot sites, and deploy with their first customers and start to achieve revenue. So it's been quite the fun adventure over the last year, organising and designing those 2 funds and thinking about an investment strategy that really responds to what we need in the market and how we can help accelerate climate action in lots of different domains. Key partners that we're working with at the moment is obviously our accelerator partners. So we run usually around 20 accelerator cohorts each year across Europe and many more around the world. And the local partners that we work with provide hands-on support to startups and get them into an investment-ready state. And we're very grateful for the accelerator partners for their efforts to get people motivated and excited to start a business and do so with a great business plan. And then we work, of course, very closely with our fund partners, Almanac Ventures and Unaterra, who help us review the investment quality of the startups and think about which kinds of investments to make at what stage to accelerate the businesses, to improve their climate impact, and to, of course, secure a nice financial return, which is always a part of the investment world. So we have found it quite interesting to bring in some of those signals that we get from our demand side programs. That's the deep demonstrations, for example, in Ireland, or with the Net Zero Cities program, and start to map out the demand for innovation and think about how problems of today are business opportunities of tomorrow. And so the investment program is very much about watching the innovation that's coming through the Climate Accelerator program and picking out those startups that are positioned to generate a good financial return and a really good impact return as well. So we have some really interesting startups in the portfolio. I always like to talk about Bound for Blue. It's a Spanish firm that is producing e-sails. So that's aircraft wing technology that's been adapted for cargo ships. and for actually fishing vessels as well. And so it's an interesting sort of near-term innovation that we can use some technical advancements in wing technology and use it for shipping industry. And that achieves an immediate kind of 30% reduction in fuel use in the kind of bunker oil, which is high emissions fuel to be used in the shipping industry. So in effect, what we have done with Bound for Blue is provide them some acceleration support and then some investment support early stage from Climate-KIC, and since then have been able to introduce them to some investment partners to continue their growth journey. And that's very much the funnel that we like to talk about, as helping ideas get off the whiteboard and into the market. And that's where the investment program comes in to really help startups graduate from the accelerator program and move into the venture capital market. If you'd like to support us in our Investing for 1.5 initiative, then we'd love your support. If you're an individual, you can, of course, always make a donation to the Climate-KIC Foundation on our website, which is awesome. That helps us keep the lights on and the computers updated. If you're a founder who's building an innovative business, then really do consider applying to the Climate Accelerator program and coming through one of our cohorts so that we can get to know you better and to help you develop your business model and investor readiness. And of course, if you're an investor like a bank or a pension fund, then we're raising for both of those funds at the moment. So we'd love to hear from you if you'd like to chip into the pot and help us accelerate climate action going forward. So it's a bit of an end-to-end summary of the Investing for 1.5 initiative at Climate-KIC, and we'd love to hear from you soon.